Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Article. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories is a action-adventure game developed in a collaboration between Rockstar Leeds and Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. The ninth installment in the Grand Theft Auto series. It was initially released as a PlayStation Portable exclusive in October. A port for the PlayStation 2 was later released in June. At the time of release, the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 2 port was around half the price of the PSP version, PlayStation version, because the PlayStation 2 version does not feature the custom soundtrack ripping capability of the PlayStation version. Ports for iOS, Android, and Fire OS devices were also released in December, February, and March, respectively. Developer Rockstar Leeds, Rockstar North. Publisher Rockstar Games. Producer Leslie Benzies. Designer David Plant. Programmer Obe Vermeij. Adam Fowler. Andrew Grant Smith. Matzev Shepkar. Artist Aaron Carbut. Ian Bovden. Writer Dan Hauser. James Worrell. David Plant. Composer Johan Kakavas. Sonia Slaney. Kate Tatsem. Series Grand Theft Auto. Platforms PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 2, iOS, Android, Fire OS. Release October, PlayStation Portable. Genre, Action Adventure. Mode Single Players Multiplayer PlayStation. The game is the first 3D title in the series to be released for handheld devices and acts as a prequel to Grand Theft Auto 3 using the same setting of Liberty City, a fictional parody of New York City. The single-player story set in follows mobster Tony Cipriani, a character first introduced in Grand Theft Auto 3, and his efforts to receive through the ranks of the Leone crime family while slowly becoming involved in a power struggle among the city various mafia organizations. The PlayStation version of the game also includes a multiplayer mode through a virus-less ad hoc network, which allows up to 6 players to engage in several different game mode. Liberty City Stories received generally positive reviews from critics and was a commercial success, selling over 8 million copies as of March and becoming the best-selling PlayStation game of all time. It was followed in October by Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, a prequel to Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Gameplay. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories is an action-adventure game set in an open-world environment and played from a third-person perspective. Liberty City layout is largely similar to Grand Theft Auto 3, but it also incorporates elements found in Grand Theft Auto 3 successors, such as more indoor environments, clothing changes, and motorcycles, though flyable aeroplanes and helicopters are available in Vice City and San Andreas. Flyable aeroplanes cannot be found in Liberty City Stories, while helicopters are only accessible through certain exploits. In keeping with recent Grand Theft Auto games, the player has more flexibility in terms of moving the camera around for viewing surroundings. Grand Theft Auto 3 is noticeably limited in that respect, in contrast to the previous release in the 3D universe. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the Liberty City Stories protagonist lacks the ability to climb and the ability to swim. Contact with deep bodies of water is instantly fatal. The overall game's open world, as it is based upon the original Liberty City layout, is considerably smaller than that of San Andreas. The PlayStation version of Liberty City Stories has a multiplayer mode for up to 6 players through Wi-Fi ad hoc mode semi-area. The game features 7 modes of wireless multiplayer gaming in which various pedestrian and character models are from the single-player mode avatars. These multiplayer modes were removed in the PlayStation 2 and mobile version. Synopsis. Setting. Liberty City Stories takes place in early within the fictional Liberty City based on the real-life New York City and forms part of the 3D universe canon of the Grand Theft Auto series. Set 3 years Years before the events of Grand Theft Auto 3, the game's setting features several areas that are different from the version of Liberty City, including locations that are being constructed or facilities and buildings that are demolished. For instance, the Callahan Bridge is unfinished in so a ferry service is the main link between Staunton Island and Portland. Another example is Fort Staunton in Italy, Little Italy district in the games until events later in the storyline led to it being mostly destroyed and becoming a construction CTP. Characters. Like previous Grand Theft Auto games, Liberty City Stories features an array of notable actors. In its case, several characters from Grand Theft Auto 3 make appearances in the game, receiving notable changes in appearance and lifestyle to reflect who they were in. Although Frank Vincent, Guru, and Sandra James return to reprise their roles as Salvatore Leone, H. Ball, and Ma Cipriani, respectively, from Grand Theft Auto 3, and in Vincent's case, also Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or other returning characters from Grand Theft Auto were voiced by new actors. For instance, Danny Mastro Giorgio replaced Michael Madsen as Tony Cipriani, Fiona Gallagher replaced Debbie Mazar as Marie Latore, Peter Appel replaced Robert Loggia as Ray Machowski, and Will Janovich replaced Kelly McLachlan as Donald Love. In Leone Mobster, Tony Cipriani, Danny Mastrogiorgio worked to live abroad for years following his murder of a made man, returns home to Liberty City. His boss Don Salvatore Leone, Frank Vincent, welcomed him back and assigned him to work under another Leone Mobster, Vincenzo Lucci Silly. Joelo Truglio despises Tony during his work for Vincenzo. Tony meets J.D. O'Toole, Greg Wilson, a member of the rival Sindaco family looking to switch Allegianchi, and begins working with him to take down the Sindacos. Later, Vincenzo tries to set up Tony to be arrested during a job, but the later escapes and cuts ties with Vincenzo as a result. During this time, Tony finds that his mother, Sandra James, disapproved of his love ring in the Leone family and attempts to impress her, but is eventually forced to stay away after she calls a hit on him. After Tony helps JD to take over a Sindaco club, the latter is invited to officially join the Leones as a made man. However, this turns out to be a ruse, and JD is killed on the orders of Salvatore, who feared he could betray the Leones just like he had the Sindacos. Following JD's deed, Salvatore begins to personally assign work to Tony, including looking after his trophy wife, Maria Fiona Gallagher. Vincenzo's son becomes jealous of Tony's newfound position in the Leone family and lures him into an ambush to be killed, but Tony survives and kills Vincenzo. Tony later uncovers evidently that Sicilian mafia under boss Massimo Torini Duccio Fagella is orchestrating plans for minor gangs to take control of the Leone's territory. Whilst they engaged in a war with the Sindaco and Farrelly families. After helping to escort Salvatore downtown as problems arise, Tony earns his trust and becomes a made man within the Leone family, causing his mother to call off the hit on him. Tony's son finds himself entrusted with killing the city's mayor controller with the Farrellys and assisting Busini's take on Donald Will Genovese into becoming his replacement. However, Donald goes bankrupt after his ties to the Leones are discovered and loses to his rival Miles O'Donovan. John Braden, who promptly has Salvatore arrested on several charges soon after his election. Tony remains loyal to Salvatore and continues to take jobs from him in prison, including killing Don Paulie Sindaco Jeff Garner as revenge for having Salvatore arrested. Later, Donald enlists Tony's help in rebuilding his fortune and hires him to kill his former mentor Avery Carrington, steal his city development plans, and destroy the Farrelly controlled district of Fort Staunton with explosives so that Donald's company would receive funding to redevelop During this time, Tony is also manipulated into committing crimes to further the career of news reporter Ned Burner. Peter Brett Burry, whom he later kills to prevent him from exposing Tony and Donald's involvement in every murder. He also takes on jobs from Toshiko Kaisen, Hana Moon, the neglected wife of Yakuza leader Kazuki Kaisen, Kinan Shimizu to Sebogate, her husband's operations after Tony kills Kazuki during a confrontation. A good ridden Toshiko commits suicide. With the Leones now the most powerful mafia family in Liberty City following their victory over the Sindacos. And Farelli, Salvatore finds himself targeted by his rivals, forcing Tony to protect him before his trial. Upon being released on bail, Salvatore the Duques, the Torino organized the mob war and rigged mayoral elections and suspects that his next move will be to kidnap Donovan to prevent him from dropping the charges against Salvatore after killing Torini and rescuing Donovan. With Tony's help, Salvatore coerces the mayor into granting his family immunity from the law. He then goes with Tony to confront his uncle Bruce McVitie, the true head of the Sicilian mafia, and Torini's boss, although Uncle Leone ignorante to Torini's action and elects to return to Sicily. Salvatore knows that he was responsible for all attempts to weaken the Leone's control over Liberty City. As revenge for Salvatore not paying him tribute. Nevertheless, with his uncle no longer is real, Salvatore settles in with controlling the city. Hill. Tony is promoted to caporegime as repayment for his assistant development. As stated in an Egan preview, Rockstar dropped Rendervere in favor of brand new in-house engine to best utilize the resolution, texture, density and particle effects of the PlayStation. Until the release of Liberty City Stories, Rendervere had been the game's engine behind every 3D game in the Grand Theft Auto 3 era. Liberty City Stories used image metrics for the game's facial animation. In April, the game was released on PlayStation 3 via the PlayStation Network using the PlayStation 2 backward compatibility. An enhanced port of the games with touch screen controls, real-time lighting, high definition, texture and drift distance was released in December for iOS, February for Android, and March for Fire OS. Reception. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories received generally favorably reviews on both platforms from critics, according to review aggregator WebCity Metacritic. During the 9th annual Interactive Achievement Awards, the Academy of Interactive Arts Sciences nominated Liberty City for Handheld Game of the Year, which was ultimately awarded to Nintendo's sales. In the United States, the PlayStation 2 version of Liberty City Stories had sold 1 million copies by February. In the United States alone, Liberty City PSP released cold copies and earned subscriber. Please.